everybody, here's one of my latest restorations. This one took a very long time to do just because, of course, it's a lot bigger than a transistor radio, but this is a 1957 Grundig model 3028, and this is actually the second variation of the 3028 because it has a little electrostatic tweeter behind here, and the 1956 one did not have that. And anyway, it's got 4 speakers, one here, big old subwoofer. It's about from here to about there. And then there's a tweeter here, and then there's a speaker on each side here, and there's one on the other side. And it has 3 bands, well, 4 including the phonograph input. It's got AM, shortwave 1 and 2, and then FM. And it's got some various tone controls, and that's just a off button there. It has a rotating antenna used for AM to point towards the station to get a better signal. And let's see, it has a tuning here and then a fine tuning right here. For some reason I can't get it to work. Maybe I need to tighten the set screw. I don't know. I'll look into that. And anyway, this radio was given to me from my parents for Christmas because I had wanted a German radio for quite some time but never could find a good deal on one, or one that wasn't several $100s. But anyway, this one was in pretty bad shape when I got it. Not that it was beat up and stuff, it was just really super nasty dirty. All of this metal, this bright work metal, was all tarnished and stuff. The knobs were covered in dirt, they were almost completely brown. What I did to get rid of that was I took them off and soaked them in Windex, and the dirt just melted right off pretty much. This piece of trim was all foggy. The Grundig-Majestic emblem here, I don't know if you can see that real well, the lighting's not too good, but I put new gold leaf on that. And then the cabinet was kind of foggy, old looking, so I put some various wood cleaners and, you know, Orange Glow, Old English, that kind of stuff on there. I also put new speaker grill cloth, and this was a real just pain in the butt pretty much, because this grill cloth has to be glued to this metal grill here, because this speaker has so much, it's moved so much that the speaker grill cloth would move with it and flap against the metal part and just create, you know, just really bad sound. So what I used was some spray adhesive and cut this out to the same size here. Cut this piece of fabric out to the same size. Glued it on there, and then the piece of wood, that goes behind there, clamped it all down, and then just let it sit there for a couple hours, and it worked pretty well. And then the side ones, I didn't have to glue it because those speakers are mid-ranges. They don't move a whole lot, so it didn't really matter if it was glued or not. Let's see, what else did I do to this thing? I also got this tunable antenna. It's also a Grundig, but I don't think it's the same company now, but I put felt on the bottom just to keep it from scratching the top of the cabinet. But I don't have it plugged in right now, but it plugs in right here, and then you can tune the station on this along with the radio. It's a tunable antenna, so you just tune the same station that you're listening to on the radio, and you get a whole lot better sound reception. As far as electronic restoration, I did a lot of work on the push buttons to get them to make good contact and stuff. Just cleaning the contacts and stuff. Some, like the FM button, wouldn't pop all the way back up, so I had to put some oil and stuff on there. Let's see, I had to clean these little potentiometers in here, little tone control things, because this one kind of cut out as you scrolled down here. It would just kind of cut out right there. It wouldn't change anything down below. I also replaced the selenium rectifier, the electrolytic capacitor, and rolling off there, and the magic eye tube. This is an EM34. You can also use an EM35. Their patterns are slightly different, but this one was just completely dead. The green display was just completely worn out. You can see if you look in the light here. Yeah, right there. You can see that the shape of the tuning eye on the target has kind of burnt into the target because it was used so much. Just completely ate up that phosphorus on the target area. But it does look pretty neat though. I installed a new one right here, and it's only about 60% brightness, but there was no way I was going to pay $80 to $100 for a new old stock one. So I was okay with, I paid $35 for it, which I thought was pretty good. But anyway, I'll power it up here, put it on FM. You can watch the eye tube glow up. Another cool thing is that you notice that there's two separate dial pointers and they're not connected. This one up here is for AM shortwave 1 and 2, and this one down here is for FM. When you press the FM button here, it engages a clutch behind the tuning knob, which turns this dial. There's two separate dial strings, this one and this one. So if I were to put it on AM here, and then turn the volume up a little bit, this dial turns up here. I'll turn the antenna on.
To some of these,
right there.
We'd see a change.
Then if I put it on FM, you can see that this one down here turns instead. So I was lucky enough not to have to restring any of that mechanism. I was really happy about that. Anyway, I can put on AM here. And this right here is a tunable ferrite antenna. And you may or may not know that AM is directional, and you have to have your antenna pointing towards the station. So if I tune this to the station the best I can with just the knob, you see the right there, see the tuning eye displaying that I got a good signal. I can rotate the antenna towards the station. You can watch the tuning eye again. Right about there. And that's just rotating the antenna. That'll give you a better reception. So I believe that's 1300 WIMO. It's right down the street from our house pretty much, and they play a lot of good music. They play 50s music and stuff around 7 o'clock. But anyway, let's see. Put some shortwave here. And, it doesn't really work really well during the day, but at night you can really pick up some neat stuff. Let's see. There we go. That sounds like it's in Russia. Shortwave works a lot better at night. If you ever messed with one of these shortwave radios, you probably know that. But anyway, here's the phonograph input. Turn it down a little bit. I have a record player here, but this one doesn't have enough output to really sound decent enough to play through here. So what I did was I ran this into my stereo, which is down there, and then ran the stereo into the input jack on this, and gives a lot better sound quality. So the record I got here is Def Leppard, Pyromania. My neighbor gave it to me. So I'll turn the stereo on here. Turn the volume down. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching.